The way I reacted, very bad of me.
Not at all. Something occurred to me while I was in the bathroom.
Yes?
Perhaps we skated too hastily over. What I mean is,
Say it, Annette, say it.
well, an insult is also a kind of assault.
Of course it is.
Well, that depends, Michael.
Yes, it depends.
Benjamin has never shown any signs of violence. He wouldn't have reacted in that way without a reason.
You got called a snitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, as long as there aren't any statements from victims. We don't want any victims. I don't want you being quoted alongside victims. A blanket denial, and if necessary, attack the newspaper. They'll fax you the draft of the press release, Mark. If anyone calls me a snitch, I'm liable to get naught.
Unless it's true.
What did you say?
I mean, suppose it's justified.
My son is a snitch?
Of course not, I was joking.
Well, yours is as well, if that's how it's going to be.
What do you mean ours is as well?
Well, he did identify Benjamin.
Because we insisted.
Oh, Michael, this is completely beside the point.
What's the difference whether you insisted or not? He gave you the name.
Annette.
Annette, what? You think my son is a snitch?
I don't think nothing.
Well, if you don't think anything, don't say anything. Stop making these insinuations.
Let's stay calm, Annette. Michael and I are making an effort to be reasonable and moderate.
Not that moderate.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
Well, moderate on the surface.
I really have to go, Wolf Wolf.
All right, go on. Be a coward.
Annette, right now, I'm risking my most important client. So this responsible parent routine...
My son has lost 2 teeth.
Yes.
2 incisors.
Yes, I think we all got that.
One of them for good.
He'll have new ones. We'll give him new ones, better ones. It's not as if he's burst an eardrum.
We're making a mistake not to take into account the origin of the problem.
There's no origin. There's just an 11-year-old child hitting someone. With a stick.
Armed with a stick.
We withdrew that word.
You withdrew it because we objected to it.
We withdrew it without any protest.
A word deliberately designed to rule out error or clumsiness, to rule out childhood.
I'm not sure I'm able to take much more of this tone of voice.
You and I have the trouble seeing eye to eye right from the start.
There's nothing more infuriating than being attacked for something you yourself consider a mistake. The word armed was inappropriate, so we changed it. Although, if you stick to the strict definition of the word, its use is far from inaccurate.
Benjamin was insulted and he reacted. If I'm attacked, I defend myself, especially if I find myself alone confronted by a gang.
Puking really seems to have perked you up.
Do you have any idea how crude that sounds?
We all mean well. All 4 of us, I'm sure. Why let these pointless irritants, these mindless aggravations, push us over the edge?
Oh, Michael, that's enough. Let's stop beating around the bush. If all we are is moderate on the surface, just forget it.
No. I refuse to allow myself to slide down that slope.
What slope?
That slippery slope those 2 little bastards have perched us on. There, I've said it.
Oh, I'm not sure Ronnie has quite the same outlook.
Veronica.
Sorry.
So now Henry's a little bastard, is he? Oh, this is the last straw.
Right. Well, I really do have to go.
Me too.
Go on. Go. I give up.
Wait a minute.
No messages.
Hello? Oh, Mom. No, we were with friends. But tell me about it. Do whatever the doctor wants you to do. They've given you Antril? Wait a minute. Mom, wait a minute. Don't go away. Antril's your crap, isn't it? My mother's taking it.
Thousands of people take it.
You stop taking that stuff right now. Do you hear me, Mom? Do you hear what I'm saying? Immediately. Don't argue. I'll explain later. Tell Dr. Parolo I'm forbidding you to take it. Why glow in the dark? That's completely ridiculous. All right, we'll talk later. Lots of love, Mom. I'll call you back. She's rented glow-in-the-dark crutches so she doesn't get knocked down by a truck. As if someone in her condition would be strolling down the BQE in the middle of the night. They've given her Antril for her blood pressure.
If she takes it and stays normal, I'll call her as a witness. Didn't I have a scarf? Ah, there it is.
I don't appreciate your cynicism. If my mother shows even the minor symptom, I'm filing a class action.
Oh, that'll happen anyway.
Well, I would hope so.
Goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Novak.
Behaving well gets you nowhere. Courtesy is a waste of time. It weakens you and undermines you.
Right. Come on, Annette, let's go. Enough preaching and sermons for today.
Go on, go. But can I say one thing? Having met you two, I can see for, what's his name, Benjamin, there are clearly mitigating circumstances.
When you murdered the hamster.
Murdered?
Yes.
I did not murder I murdered the hamster.
Yes, you've done your best to make us feel guilty, but your virtue went straight out the window once you decided to be a killer.
I absolutely did not murder that hamster.
Worse, you left it alone, shivering in a hostile environment. That poor hamster is bound to have been eaten by a dog or a rat.
It's true. That is true.
What do you mean that's true?
It's true. What do you expect me to say? It's appalling what must have happened to that creature.
I thought the hamster would be happy to be liberated. I thought he was going to go running down the gutter, jumping for joy.
Well, it didn't.
And you abandoned it.
I can't touch those things. Ronnie, you know very well I'm incapable of touching that whole species.
He has a phobia about rodents.
That's right. I'm frightened of rodents, terrified of snakes, anything close to the ground. I don't want any part of it. So that's the end of it.
And you? Why didn't you go out and look for it?
Because I had no idea what happened. Michael didn't tell us, me and the children, that the hamster had escaped till the following morning. I went out immediately. Immediately, I walked around the block. I even went down to the basement.
Veronica, I find it intolerable to be on trial all of a sudden for this hamster saga you seem fit to reveal. It's a personal matter which has nothing to do with the present situation, and I find it incomprehensible to be called a killer in my own home.
What's your home got to do with it?
My home, the doors of which I have opened wide to people who should be grateful to me for it in a sign of reconciliation.
It's wonderful the way you keep patting yourself on the back.
Don't you feel any guilt?
I feel no guilt whatsoever. I've always found that creature repulsive. I'm ecstatic that it's gone.
Michael, that's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous? Have you gone crazy as well? Their son beats up Henry, and I get shit on because I'm a hamster?
You behaved very badly with that hamster. You can't deny it.
Fuck the hamster!
Oh, well, you won't be able to say that to your daughter this evening.
Bring her on. I'm not going to be told how to behave by some 9-year-old snot-nose.
100% behind you there.